Hey guys, it's another tutorial. Um, I know you guys have been thinking about why is he not giving us Python tutorials anymore. I guess I've had your call and I'm here. So last time in Python we discussed about the hello world in Python. Let's try and do that again. And we only printed hello world. Only printed hello world. That's the most basic way you can interact with your interpreter. Ideally, the next thing we're gonna look in is now the real Python. We're gonna talk about the real Python and gonna talk about variables. So first thing we're gonna talk about today is about variables. And what are variables? Variables are named storage location in our memory to store values. So it happens so that we could do an example now ideally. So let's try it out. Um, Variables are declared just by having the variable name, like let's say var1 is equals to world. We've declared a variable of a certain type. So you're going to come to types later after variables. So this variable is called var1, and var1 holds hello world. So when we want to see what var1 holds in our ideally, just type the name of the variable and enter. It's going to print hello world. So this is what so far we've done called variable declaration. So you declare to your compiler that hey, I want a variable and my variable should be of this type. So put it in the storage location. I'm going to access it later. Now in variables, you have multiple declaration of variables. You can have a variable var1 and can have var2 and you can have var3, and you can give all these variables one value, enter. So when you come to access var2, just as I've showed you in the last variable we created, the variable 1, I'm going to have a 0, placed 0 in it. um what I've not discussed and I should have discussed is that variables not only store one value, you can store multiple values throughout your program life cycle. So you can have var1 is equals to 4, and then var3 is equals to 5. var1, I just print var1 and then give var1 another value 9, then print var1 9. So that's it on variables. Let me now start my IDLE once again. um, uh, so yeah, variables, that's the most basic thing we can talk about when it comes to variables. Now variables have types. You can put a variable of number type, let's say variable 1 is equals to 1, then variable 1 can see what it has. Variable 1, variable 2 can have a name, my name, and then you can output it. So there are different types of variables. So computers pretty much store values in our memory with flavors. So the flavors are what we call the data types. The data types, a very common term you hear in many programming languages, not many, all programming languages. Um, Data types. So in Python, data type is inferred from the value. So if I put value of type text, which in this case we call string, like in variable 2, it will give my variable a type of string. When it comes to var1, it will give my variable type of number, each number which is an integer. So in Python, you really don't have to have like keywords for storing variables like other programming languages like C and Java. Yes, so that's it about data types. So the first data type I want us to discuss is the string data type. So the string data type is, for example, like var2. Let's put var2. Um, Now var2 is a type of string, right? And var2 can contain different values, can contain different strings, right? Um, you can have a portion of a string from a string, so that's called slicing. So you can have var2 and slice it. Let's say um like have like 2, and then I want var2 to put character number 2. It has outputted L. So why hasn't it outputted O? It hasn't printed O because in programming, in variables, in arrays, a topic that we'll come to later, um, variables um, and arrays start counting from zero. A concept in programming called indexing. Indexing in programming starts with 0. So C with var2 will become our index 0, and the second index is index 1, which is O, and that index is index 2. So whatever character you want to get in a string, you just have to do character position, which term as the character position in terms of numbers like 1 to certain number, minus a number minus 1. So if I want to get the value of Collins, a value of O, which is position 2, just minus position 2, 2 minus 1, get 1. So then I put 1, and I'm going to get O. So I've gotten a character from it. Now, if I wanted to get a portion of a character from my main character, let's say I'll want var2 to put 3, character 3, which happens to be C1, O2, C0, O1, 1, L2, and L3. So L and S. So I'll just put 3 through, what's our number? 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Going to output lin. Supposed to put 7 here. Yeah. And we get lins. What if I wanted to output like the whole value from uh, O to, let's say, S? I'm just going to have like 1, which is our index for O, and then throughout. Don't specify another value for through, so we're going to get all ins. So that's slicing our string. We can also get let's say values like len. These are not values, sorry, they are what we call functions. So like len is a function using string to get like the string length. So you're going to get the string length from from O to S is 6, and what you want to get the string for the whole variable, you're going to get the string length for my whole variable is 7 characters. This will be mostly used in arrays and lists, um, when you're iterating over certain things, and also when you're trying to find a specific character in a string, you can also use the length, as let's say your loop counter will be counting against a certain length of the string or the array. So that's it for the strings. We're going to have more and more functions to format the strings and get portions of strings. Now, the next thing you're going to look at is next data type, which is a list data type. Let me start my ID once again. Let's look at the next data type, which should be the list data type. So the list data type, you pretty much need it in any Python program, many Python programs I say, because let's say you're going for shopping, you want like to have a shopping basket, like let's say shopping basket, and on this shopping basket I want to give it certain variables, like I want to give eggs. I want to take eggs in that shopping basket. I have eggs, and I want to get fruits, and the next thing I would want to have maybe sorry, fruits, and the next thing I want to have is uh, what else, cereals. Yes, so that's a string, and I can access it. And but the concept of indexing is not used, because what if I want to remove fruits? Realize I have so many fruits and I want to remove fruits, or I want to change fruits with another thing. What will I do? Or I want to find, let's say in an array of numbers, the maximum price for certain thing like eggs. For maximum price for like my basket has which items which maximum pricing. So then I'll have to use lists. So the list, um uh shopping list, let's say let's use a shopping list. In lists we don't like put the double quotation marks and put everything in. We have square brackets. Now the square brackets, we can have items like let's say the eggs, sorry, eggs. After eggs we can have item like fruits, and then we can have cereals. Yes, now we can access our shopping list, and it's going to output eggs, fruits, cereals. And now we will access our shopping list, and at the indexing, just like we talked about it last time, I was discussing about strings. You can access it now as an index, like let's say eggs, you can access it. And let's say I want to change it, I can put like let's say milk and access it. Now you can print the shopping list again, you're going to find milk has been put. And what if you wanted to add another item? What if you wanted to add another item? Realize, oh, when I get into the counter, I need when I get into the shopping mall, I need another item in my list and I haven't put it in my list. So we're going to use a function called append. Append pretty much is like add this item to my shopping list. So we removed eggs. We come back, we realize, oh, I removed eggs, but they finished eggs before I got to the shopping mall. So I require eggs. So eggs is required. So we're going to append eggs to our list, and guess what? It has added eggs to our list. Um, let's say we want like, oh, I've, I've added fruits to my list, and I think that fruits here are more expensive than fruits in another place, or I think that fruits um are enough at home. So what should I do? I should delete fruits from my shopping list. So what am I gonna do? I'm going to come and put the delete function, and then I'm going to have the shopping list, and another index. The index is index 1. So I'm going to delete index 1, and when I come back to my shopping list, fruits ain't there anymore. What if I want to um find the length of my shopping list and how many items are in my shopping list? Because I find out that my shopping list has so many items, I don't know the length of my shopping list. I don't know how many items I should buy. So length should come to the picture once again. Length then shopping list, and my shopping list has 3 items. See, when it comes to number of variables, let's say I have like what I have like marks. So I enter a class and I have like student marks equals to square brackets. Then I have 23, 40, 56, 89. This one student has scored very poorly. He has 23 marks. What should I do? I want to get the minimum marks of all the students. So I'm going to use a function called the mean function, and then student marks, and I'm gonna get the mean function, and the mean of my array is 23. The least student has got 23. What if I want to get the maximum student? The maximum amount of marks scored in my test um, will be 89. Okay, so that's it with the functions of the list. The next thing you're going to look at is the dictionary. Dictionary is very imperative. It's a very versatile um, data type. So the dictionary has the concept of a key and a value. So pretty much all of you have worked with um, let's say dictionaries, the real dictionaries for searching words. Or a better example is like a map. A map has a legend. The legend has keys. So you find like water has certain like color. Let's say dry ground has a certain color. So that symbol, that water, let's say it's like water is a key. The value is like what is represented in it. So the key um in this case is what, and the value is blue. In the dictionaries, it's almost same with what you had. So let's say I want to put like I want to find like student mark list, student mark. Kind of different because I'm using curly braces. Um, and then I'm going to get like let's say Collins. Collins is good. Like, let's say 100% in it, obviously. And I'm gonna get something like Sharon is good. Let's say like um 98%. Right? Sorry, this comes here, right? Um, this is a dictionary. So I want to access, let's say, like Collins. I want to know what is Collins called. So I'm gonna get students mark and I'm gonna get what is Collins code. Square brackets used and Collins code 100. Great, that's it. With the dictionary point of view. Okay, you can also change variables values. So let's say this is called like 97. That's it. That's it. So that's the end of our tutorial. Thanks guys. Let's meet in the next tutorial.